Hello, my audience. My name's Jake Allen Graham. I'm reviewing a movie called The Avengers from 2012. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. I'm going to talk about what I liked about this movie and what the problems I had with this movie. And there's a lot of problems I had with this movie. So let me talk about the problems. Well, the plot is kind of bare bones, rushed and dumb. And not that complicated. It's just like point 1, point 8. It's just like, you know, it's the first half of the movie is just the Avengers recruiting Avengers, and then the Avengers interacting with each other, arguing, bickering each other, disagreeing with each other like kindergartners. And then the other half is them teaming up to fight Loki, doing what you wanted them to do, cooperate as a functioning team, after Coulson gets killed off. That works for S.H.I.E.L.D. in the plot of the movie. But you have to wait for the first half. You have to get through the first half. It kind of drags on a bit till you get to the other half point of the movie, where the Avengers start acting like the Avengers from the comics and start acting like a functioning unit, you know, like a team, a real team. You know, but we don't see them how they do that in the first Avengers movie till the second half, till we're halfway through the movie. Before we're halfway through the movie, we don't see them do that. We see them argue, bicker, poke at each other's buttons, insult each other like a bunch of assholes. And it's so stupid seeing them disagreeing with each other. Because one of us sounds like it to me. You stop it. No, you stop it. I'm telling Mom. No, I'm telling Nick Fury. Oh, you stop it. You stop it before I tell Nick Fury on you, you fucking asshole. Yeah. These sound like those kindergartners. Like, you know, I can, you know, I was like, you know, this makes me feel like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger from Kindergarten Cop. Listen to all this bickering. I just want to tell the Avengers to all shut up, like Schwarzenegger did to the kids in Kindergarten Cop movie. Yell to the kids to tell them to shut the fuck up. You're all annoying. Which is what I feel about the Avengers in this movie for the first half of the movie before they start acting like the Avengers from the comics. Thanks to Coulson sacrificing himself and killing himself off in the movie, which would never happen. We never got to that point if Coulson didn't kill himself off with these versions of the Avengers. The movie acknowledges that the plan was never going to work if we couldn't get them to, unless they had something to fight for. And that was Coulson's dead body. But is what brought them together. And they barely knew, if only said a few words to Coulson here and there throughout their standalone Avengers movies. And besides this movie, when Coulson made his appearance in the press earlier Avengers installments, before Phase 1 wrapped up with the Avengers 1. This is what Coulson was in. And Coulson made his debut in short films in Iron Man 2 and Thor. And yeah, so he's not he didn't feel the most, my problem is he didn't feel the most like important emotional attached. I wasn't like really, he didn't feel like the most best support, one of the better supporting characters for the Avengers to kill off. That I really thought it was kind of felt forced and rushed in the drama. Once they killed Coulson off and you got the Avengers act together, this felt, I didn't buy it. It felt kind of stupid to me. Also, I thought it was stupid how Hawkeye, again, doesn't have his comic book costume. He doesn't have his perfect comic book accurate costume from the comics from 616 universe. He is as in his purple tight uniform. He doesn't wear his purple tights in this movie when he teams up with the Avengers. We have Whedon to thank for that, for not giving you what the... for doing that. We have Whedon to thank for that, I guess, because Whedon said, you know what, I'm Whedon, and I know best, so I'm just going to shrug my dick into the script and screw over the fans and the source material, and not even give you what you want, Hawkeye in his comic book tights. And it really pisses me off that Hawkeye doesn't have his comic book tights, and he will never have his tights from the comics. I wish this movie kind of killed him off, like, brutally, if, like, or the second one killed him off brutally. I wish he was, like, one of the short-lived characters, like Silver Surfer is in the 616 universe by Marvel Studios. Like, he should have been a short-lived character that got killed off because, you know, he doesn't look like the comic book thing, but people wanted to see for Hawkeye. He doesn't look anything like Hawkeye. He doesn't act anything like Hawkeye. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't even have any. All he has is his Hawkeye's trick balls and Hawkeye's name, but he doesn't have any, like, you know. It's just like he's just acting like he doesn't have like Hawkeye's like personality or really or design of the Hawkeye from the comics from 616 universe. So he just sucks. Kind of. I'm not sure who's worse, him or Black Widow. Black Widow is the first Black Widow in history when this is the first live action portrayal on Black Widow, but not the first portrayal on Black Widow, because there was many many past inspirations of Black Widow that played Natasha before Scarlett Johansson. It was an animated form, and this is the first Black Widow that doesn't have her Russian accent. She's just playing Scarlett Johansson, wearing tight leather. I'm going to call it like it is. What's wrong with that? Nothing. It's fun, cute, watching her trying to play Black Widow, but failing miserably, like Matthew Broderick failed miserably playing Inspector Gadget when he couldn't get Inspector Gadget's catchphrase sounding right with wowzers. He couldn't make wowzers sound funny. He just makes wowzers sound like, oh, I'm having the greatest orgasm of my life. I'm Matthew Broderick. Wowzers. This is what he sounds like. When he's down here, he's having an orgasm, is what Matthew Broderick sounds like. When he says, wow, it sounds gross when he says it. Or it sounds like, get in my cars, kids. I'll take you away from your parents. Even though I know them, but I'll lie to you. Like, you know, a child abductor, a sexual predator, pedophile is what he sounds like when he sounds wowzers. But he's a lot better actor than Scarlett Johansson is in any of the Avengers movies, and same goes for Jeremy Renner's as Hawkeye. Holy fuck, she couldn't act in this movie. She chose not to try. And just plays herself, Scarlett Johansson. Don't even bother hiding her, disguising her voice to sound like Black Widows. She's just playing Scarlett Johansson, while dressed as Black Widow. I am accepting that as okay to do. Fuck adaptation. So what if it's not faithful to the comics? That doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I get some good points in return. And a cute girl with another cute girl is a fair trade. For me. Now let's talk about another thing I hate. Steve Rogers' Captain America. Oh boy, Joss Whedon hates Steve Rogers' Captain America and goes out of his way to make him look like the most incompetent, unrecognizable Steve Rogers from any incarnation, because he cannot holds his own when he's not the Avengers backing him up and making sure he's not getting his ass handed or winded. Because he can't do anything. And he can't even take orders and become the leader that we know and love from the comics. He has Tony Stark to push him into being the leader. By Tony Stark says to Captain America on battlefields, "Call it, Captain." That's the same thing as, "Go get him. Go get him, big guy. We'll be with you in spirit and support you." So then Captain America starts backing up after Steve Rogers says, "Call it, Captain. Call it, Captain. Call it, Captain." That ruins everything of him being the authority figure and team leader that we know and love from the comics. This Captain America ruins Captain America. This movie sucked, was Captain America writing. And let's talk about Tony Stark, what I hate about this movie. Okay, Tony Stark is playing Tony Stark just for laughs. Played by Robert Downey. He's playing Robert Downey again. But he's cut it out a lot. He's kind of dialed it back a bit for this movie to play a more believable Tony Stark that's mostly used for laugh and never ever used for a serious moment except to get rid of a nuke to wipe out the entire city and fly it through the portal. That's the only time we ever get to see some Tony Stark used for when he's used to be relevant, a character to a plot that's not a piece of useless piece of shit for jokes and gags. So he sucks. So it kind of sucks how they use him also. Nick Fury's playing Samuel L. Jackson, and not the dirty version of Samuel L. Jackson. So he never says, like, really says fuck ever in this movie. Or fuck ever once. In a sarcastic way, manner, while getting hurt. Or in a badass fight or something, like he's known for doing. He's always known for doing something like that, saying fuck and the stressful action things, and begin into a one-liner. So, but because his Nick Fury's not interesting. His Nick Fury is just like the general. I believe in heroes. I believe in good, decent heroes and truth, justice, and the American ways heroes. It's the old-fashioned, our old-timers believe in heroes kind of guy. So he's Christopher Reeve's Superman. Truth, justice, and the American way he believes in. But also a spy. Confused with the writing? Don't be. It's insane writing, this movie is. Don't question anything, except that this was made by an immature jackass. And made and greenlighted by immature jackasses. That's the only thing you have to accept. Accept that, and you're completely given your suspension of disbelief that this was made by a crew of jackasses, idiot jackasses, that make the crew from Jackass look competent heroes. This movie does. You know the Jackass crew from the Jackass show and the Jackass movies with Steve-O, the guy, you know, Steve-O and other Jackass guys that do dangerous stunts? Well, this makes, to me, I look up to Steve-O more than I could ever look up to the Avengers movies. For me, the Jackass movies are more higher quality forms of heroic art, of idolizing heroes. And heroism, and independence, thinking. The Jackass does a better job showing that of what makes a true hero. compared to the first Avengers movies or any of the other four after this. That just gets worse after the first one. Still, I like this movie for what it is. A 9 out of 10. Now I'm going to talk about what I liked about this movie. I liked the score of the Avengers score. And another thing I didn't like is the recasting from Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo, because Mark Ruffalo, how he plays Bruce Banner, he always plays it with this stupid smile, like he's like he farted, and he took a silent fart, but he's glad that nobody noticed it. So he's smiling because he took a silent yet deadly fart. Is what he has this expression all the time when he plays Bruce Banner in his Bruce Banner sonar. Instead of playing Bruce Banner like a broken spirit, like he's known for, that beloved scientist from the comics, instead of making a Bruce Banner depressed mess and making Bruce Banner kind of well, he plays Bruce Banner like he would play himself in an interview. Mark Ruffalo he's playing. But he does dial it down a lot at times, thanks to the writing of the seriousness, thanks to the writings of the script that Joss Whedon had a hand in, you can tell, because the movie gives some more serious moments of drama than what will ever be from here on out after 2012's Avengers film, with the Bruce Banner half and the Hulk half on screen. After this, it's all downhill. The subtle, quiet moments are never ever again after Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron was the last time Hulk and Banner felt like, well, not the best written characters, but important characters to the world of Marvel. But since after Age of Ultron, and when Taika Waititi reinvented him for 2017, and Hulk kept on coming back with Bruce Banner coming back, he never felt like a really important character to Marvel since Ragnarok and after Ragnarok, Hulk and Banner. To the Marvel 616 universe. That's my thoughts on the Avengers movie from 2012 titled Marvel's The Avengers, and why I give it a 9 out of 10. I would give the sequels not a 9 out of 10 because I do not like them that much, the sequels. I'll review the sequels some other time in another video, in a separate video. That's not this one. Because I see my face twitching a little. And I think that means I need to take a break from recording. So, that's my review on Avengers 2012, from 2012 Avengers movie, the first one, and why I give it a 9 out of 10. It's a fun finale to Phase 1. And for me, it's the best Avengers. For me, it's the best Avengers movie and one of the best Marvel movies that Marvel has put out in the 616 universe to this day. Okay, that's why I give it the best Avengers movie a 9 out of 10. That's my review on the Marvel's The Avengers from 2012 flick. And I hope you enjoyed this, my audience, my review. I give it a 9 out of 10. And hit the comment section below. I leave that on. Don't have to comment below if you don't want to. As anything you don't have anything to say, to share, comment below. But it would make me a lot more to me if you could just hit the like button and hit the subscribe to go my subscriber and enjoy my followers on 44 subscribers. I like to get more subscribers and get more likes. So like and hit the subscribe button to follow me. Bye.